The Boy Who Cried Wolf. Once upon a time in a small village, there lived a young boy named Jack. He was responsible for taking care of the village's sheep and keeping them safe from wolves. One sunny day, as Jack watched over the sheep, he felt a bit bored and wanted some excitement. So, he came up with an idea to have some fun. He decided to pretend that a wolf was attacking the sheep just to see the villagers' reactions. "Help! Help! A wolf is coming!" Jack cried out, his voice filled with fear. Hearing his cries, the villagers rushed to the scene. But when they arrived, they found no wolf and only sheep peacefully grazing in the meadow. Jack burst into laughter, enjoying the attention he was getting. The villagers were puzzled but relieved that there was no danger. They patted Jack on the back, thinking it was just a playful prank. The next day, Jack felt the same boredom. This time, he thought he could fool the villagers again. So, he shouted even louder, "Wolf! Wolf! Please help! The wolf is here!" Once more, the villagers came running to his rescue, worried about their precious sheep. But, just like before, they found no wolf and only a mischievous Jack giggling. This time, the villagers were not pleased. They scolded Jack and warned him not to cry wolf when there was no real danger. They told him that false alarms could be dangerous as they might ignore him when there was a genuine threat. Jack felt sorry for his actions and promised not to do it again. The villagers forgave him, hoping he had learned his lesson. A few days passed, and Jack was tending to the sheep quietly and responsibly. Suddenly, a big, scary wolf appeared in the distance, eyeing the sheep hungrily. Jack's heart raced, and he knew he had to warn the villagers. But he remembered their warning and hesitated. He worried they wouldn't believe him this time because of his past pranks. However, the safety of the sheep was more important. With a loud and sincere cry, Jack called out, "Wolf! Wolf! Help, there's a real wolf!" This time, the villagers didn't ignore him. They knew he had learned his lesson and rushed to help him. They brought their sticks to scare the wolf away. Jack was relieved that the villagers believed him and came to the rescue. The wolf fled into the forest, and the sheep were safe. From that day on, Jack never played pranks again. He understood the importance of honesty and responsibility. The villagers praised him for being brave and truthful, and Jack felt proud of himself for being a good shepherd. And so, the boy who cried wolf learned a valuable lesson. He discovered that honesty and trust were far more valuable than seeking attention through false alarms. And he lived happily ever after, knowing that his village respected him for being a responsible and truthful young boy. The Greedy Dog. Once upon a time, there was a dog named Buddy who lived in a small village. Buddy was always hungry and constantly on the lookout for food. One day, he saw a juicy bone lying outside a butcher's shop. Unable to resist the temptation, Buddy snatched the bone and ran off to enjoy his meal in peace. But there was a catch. In his haste, Buddy had to cross a narrow bridge over a river to get back to his cozy corner. As he reached the middle of the bridge, he happened to glance down into the water. To his surprise, Buddy saw his own reflection in the water, and he mistook it for another dog holding an even bigger bone. His greedy nature took over, and he thought, "I want that bone too. I should have both bones for myself. Without thinking, Buddy let go of his bone and barked loudly, hoping to scare away the other dog and claim its bone as well. But as he barked, the bone slipped from his mouth and fell into the river, disappearing forever. Buddy's heart sank with regret. He realized his foolish mistake. His greed had cost him the bone he had already possessed. He felt empty and sad, knowing he had nothing to eat now. From that day forward, Buddy learned a valuable lesson about greed. He understood that being content with what he had was more important than wanting more. He vowed never to be greedy again and to appreciate the things he already had. Buddy returned to the village with his head hanging low, humbled by his experience. The villagers, who had witnessed the incident, forgave him and offered him food out of kindness. Buddy wagged his tail gratefully, thankful for their understanding and generosity. From then on, Buddy lived a simpler and happier life, cherishing every meal and sharing his food with other hungry animals in need. And in the hearts of the villagers, Buddy became known as a wise and humble dog who had learned the importance of contentment and gratitude. And so, Buddy's story serves as a reminder to all of us that greed can lead to loss, but gratitude and contentment bring true happiness. Three butterflies. There were once 3 beautiful butterflies in the garden. One was red, one was orange, and the third was pink. Every day the 3 were dancing and playing together in the garden, and they were very happy. One day they were playing in the garden again when suddenly it began to rain. They flew to a pink flower and said to the pink flower, "Pink flower, we're caught in the rain, our wings are wet and we're so cold, so would you please let us stay under your petals?" The pink flower said to the pink butterfly, "You have the same color as me, so you can come and you too can." The butterflies said, "Together we're good friends and we'll never part, we came together and leave together." It's rained harder, they flew to the orange flower. The orange flower said to the orange butterfly, "You have the same color with me, so you can come, you took it." The butterflies said, "Together we're good friends and we'll never part, we came together and leave together." To the red flower again the same thing happened, and again the butterflies said, "Together we're good friends and we'll never part, we come together, leave together." They could find a place to take shelter from the rain. But none would like to leave their friends. Then the sun saw them from the clouds. He drove away the clouds, and at once the rain stopped. It was sunny again, the 3 butterflies' wings became dry in the sun. They were playing happily again. Moral: we must always keep together in trouble condition. Honest woodcutter. Once upon a time, there was a woodcutter named Jack who lived in a small village. Jack was known for his honesty and hard work. He earned a living by cutting down trees and selling firewood. One day, while Jack was chopping wood near a river, his axe slipped from his hands and fell into the deep water. Jack was devastated because the axe was his most important tool, and he couldn't afford to buy a new one. He sat by the river, feeling sad and hopeless. Suddenly, a magical water fairy appeared before him. The fairy asked, "What's the matter, Jack? Why are you so sad?" Jack explained how he had lost his axe in the river and couldn't continue his work without it. The water fairy was touched by Jack's honesty and decided to help him. The fairy dived into the river and emerged with a shiny, golden axe. She asked, Is this your axe?" Jack looked at it in amazement but replied honestly, "No, that's not mine." The fairy disappeared into the water again, and this time she returned with a silver axe. She asked once more, "Is this your axe?" Jack admired the silver axe but again replied honestly, "No, that's not mine either." The water fairy smiled and appreciated Jack's honesty. She then dived one last time into the river and brought back his old, plain iron axe. She asked, "Is this your axe?" Jack's eyes lit up with joy, and he exclaimed, "Yes, that's my axe." "Thank you," she rewarded him by giving him not only his own iron axe but also the golden and silver axes as a gift. From that day forward, Jack became even more honest and hardworking. The moral of the story is that honesty is a valuable virtue. The King of Fruits. Once upon a time, in a vibrant tropical land, there existed a kingdom filled with fruits of all kinds. Each fruit had its unique flavor and color, but there was one fruit that stood above them all, the mighty mango, known as the King of Fruits. The mango tree, tall and majestic, grew at the heart of the fruit kingdom. Its branches stretched wide, providing shade and shelter to other fruits. The mango was loved by everyone, not only for its delicious taste but also for its generous nature. One day, a little girl named Mia visited the fruit kingdom. Her eyes sparkled with wonder as she explored the colorful orchard. Mia loved fruits and couldn't wait to taste the famous mango. She approached the mango tree and looked up at its golden fruits, hanging like precious gems. With curiosity in her heart, Mia called out, "Oh, mighty mango, may I taste your fruit? I have heard it's the sweetest of them all." The mango, with a gentle rustle of its leaves, replied, "Of course, dear child. You are welcome to taste the fruit of the king, but remember, the king's sweetness must be cherished and shared." Mia carefully plucked a ripe mango from the tree and took a juicy bite. Its sweet flavor danced on her tongue, filling her with delight. She couldn't help but smile. As Mia savored the mango's taste, she noticed a group of hungry animals nearby. There was a monkey, a parrot, and a squirrel, all looking longingly at the mango tree. They hadn't tasted the fruit before and were eager to try it. Moved by compassion, Mia approached the animals and said, "Dear friends, would you like to taste the king of fruits, the mighty mango? It is the sweetest and most delicious fruit I have ever had." The animals eagerly nodded, their eyes gleaming with excitement. Mia shared the mango with them, dividing it into equal portions so that everyone could have a taste. They each took a bite and were overjoyed by the mango's divine flavor. Word of Mia's generosity spread throughout the fruit kingdom, and soon, all the fruits wanted to be like the mango and share their sweetness with others. They realized that by sharing, their flavors became even more delightful and their bonds grew stronger. From that day on, the fruit kingdom thrived in harmony and unity. The mango remained the king of fruits, not only for its delicious taste but also for its ability to inspire kindness and generosity in others. And so, the story of the king of fruits, the mango, became a timeless tale of sharing, kindness, and the power of sweetness to bring joy to all who taste it. Three Brothers. Once upon a time, in a peaceful little village, there lived three brothers named Ben, Sam, and Jake. They were known throughout the village for their strong bond and adventurous spirits. Ben, the oldest brother, was wise and responsible. Sam, the middle brother, was clever and resourceful. And Jake, the youngest brother, was full of energy and curiosity. Together, they made an unbeatable team. One sunny morning, as the brothers played near a sparkling river, they noticed a distressed squirrel chattering anxiously. Following its gaze, they saw that the once lush forest on the outskirts of the village was slowly turning gray and lifeless. Concerned about the forest's well-being, the brothers decided to investigate the cause of this unnatural phenomenon. They embarked on a journey through the dying woods, determined to uncover the truth. As they ventured deeper into the forest, they encountered various challenges. They crossed treacherous paths, climbed towering trees, and faced cunning forest creatures. But the brothers persevered, relying on their individual strengths and the unbreakable bond between them. After hours of exploration, they stumbled upon a hidden cave. Inside, they discovered a magical, talking tree named Eldrin. Eldrin explained that an evil sorceress had cast a dark spell on the forest, draining its life force. The brothers realized they were the only hope to save their beloved woods. Eldrin revealed that the only way to break the sorceress's spell was to collect 3 precious gemstones hidden in different corners of the forest. Each gemstone represented a virtue, wisdom, courage, and love. With these virtues, the brothers could restore the forest's vitality and defeat the sorceress. Without hesitation, the brothers divided the task among themselves according to their strengths. Ben, the wise one, embarked on a journey to find the wisdom gemstone. Ben ventured into a mysterious cave, where he encountered a wise old owl who tested his knowledge and rewarded him with the wisdom gemstone. Sam had to outsmart a cunning fox in a game of wits to obtain the courage gemstone. And Jake, with his kind heart and enthusiasm, won the love gemstone by helping a lost baby bird find its way back to its nest. With the 3 gemstones in hand, the brothers reunited at the heart of the forest. As they placed the gemstones on the ancient altar, a burst of brilliant light engulfed the woods. Life returned to the once gray forest. Just as the brothers were about to celebrate, the evil sorceress appeared, furious at their triumph. She conjured dark magic to confront the brothers, but they stood strong together, their bond stronger than any sorcery. The brothers used their combined wisdom, courage, and love to create a powerful shield, deflecting the sorceress's spells. They chanted ancient words of unity and compassion, overpowering her with the strength of their virtues. Defeated, the sorceress fled, vowing never to harm the forest again. The villagers rejoiced, grateful to the brothers for their bravery and determination. The 3 brothers became heroes, forever known as the guardians of the forest. From that day forward, Ben, Sam, and Jake continued to protect and nurture the forest, sharing its beauty and wisdom with everyone they met. Their story inspired generations, reminding people of the power of unity, virtue, and the unbreakable bond of family. And so, the tale of the 3 brothers, their virtues, and their magical adventure became a legend, a cherished story passed down from parent to child, reminding them that when brothers stand together, they can overcome any challenge that comes their way. And that, my dear friends, is the tale of Ben, Sam, and Jake, the brave and virtuous brothers who saved the forest and brought hope to their village. Chicks and Hen. Once upon a time, on a beautiful farm, there lived a mother hen named Henrietta and her 3 little chicks, Daisy, Rosie, and Billy. They were a happy family who loved to explore the farm together. Every day, Henrietta would wake up early and cluck loudly to wake up her little chicks. They would all gather around her as she taught them important lessons about life on the farm. One sunny morning, Henrietta told her chicks that it was time for them to learn how to find their own food. She explained that they needed to scratch the ground with their feet to uncover tasty worms and insects. Excited and eager to learn, the little chicks followed their mother around the farm. Daisy went first and scratched the ground, but she only found a tiny worm. Rosie tried next, and with a bit more determination, she found a big juicy worm. The little chicks cheered for Rosie, and Henrietta told her how proud she was. Finally, it was Billy's turn. He was a bit nervous because he hadn't found any worms yet. But he remembered what his mother had said about not giving up. With newfound confidence, Billy scratched the ground with all his might. And guess what he found? A big, wriggly earthworm that made everyone cheer with joy. As they explored the farm, the little chicks discovered new things every day. They met friendly cows, playful sheep, and even a mischievous cat. With their mother's guidance and love, Daisy, Rosie, and Billy grew up to be strong and confident chickens. And so, the story of the little chicks and their loving hen, Henrietta, spread throughout the farm, inspiring other animals to work together, learn, and grow. Join Kids Storyland family. Once upon a time, there were 4 animal friends, Jackal, Camel, Monkey, and Tiger. Jackal was clever and always found a way to get food. Camel was strong and kind, and he could travel a long time without eating or drinking. Monkey was full of energy and loved to play tricks and make everyone laugh. Tiger was big and fierce, but he had a good heart and protected his friends. One day, they had trouble finding enough food and water. Jackal had an idea. He said they should work together to find a special place with plenty of food and water. Camel carried Monkey on his back, and they set out on a journey. Monkey helped them find the way, and Tiger kept them safe. After a long journey, they found a wonderful place with lots of food and water. Jackal was clever, Camel was strong, Monkey was fun, and Tiger was protective. From that day on, they explored the world as a team of friends. And as the sun set, they felt grateful for their unique strengths and their friendship. Join Kids Storyland family. So let's get started. Great friendship. Once upon a time in a quiet town, there lived a little girl named Lila. Lila had shiny brown hair and a smile that could make anyone happy. She loved to explore and play in the park near her house. One sunny day, while Lila was in the park, she saw a friendly dog with soft, brown fur. The dog wagged its tail and looked at her with kind eyes. Lila felt a warm feeling in her heart, and she knew she wanted to be friends with this dog. Lila named the dog Rover, and they quickly became best pals. They played fetch with a ball, ran around in the grass, and even had picnics together. Rover would chase butterflies, and Lila would giggle at his funny antics. When Lila was sad or tired, Rover would nuzzle her gently, making her feel better. And when Rover needed a friend, Lila was always there to give him a hug. Lila's family loved Rover too. They made sure he had a comfy bed, tasty food, and lots of love. As the years went by, Lila and Rover grew up together. They shared many adventures, like exploring the woods and having picnics in the meadow. Their friendship was strong and made both of them very happy. Lila and Rover's friendship also brought smiles to the faces of the people in their town. They showed everyone that friends can be found in the most unexpected places, and that the love between a little girl and her furry friend is something truly special. And so, in their small town, the story of Lila and her furry friend, Rover, continued to remind everyone that friendship can make life more joyful and that true friends are always there to brighten your day. The moral of this story is, friendship makes life happier. Join Kids Storyland family. Once upon a time, there was a cute cat named Whiskers. He had a fluffy orange fur and big green eyes. Whiskers lived in a cozy house with a nice family who loved him a lot. One sunny day, Whiskers saw that his favorite snacks were gone. They were yummy fish-shaped treats he loved to munch on. He looked everywhere in the house, but the snacks were nowhere to be found. Then, he noticed some tiny crumbs on the floor that led outside. Curious, Whiskers followed the crumbs. They took him to a park where he found a group of squirrels nibbling on his treats. "Hey, those are mine!" Whiskers meowed, trying to sound fierce. The squirrels were surprised. "We're sorry, Mr. Whiskers. We thought they were nuts," said the biggest squirrel, feeling bad for taking Whiskers' snacks. Whiskers forgave the squirrels and played with them. They had a lot of fun together, playing games and telling stories. When it was time to go home, Whiskers said goodbye to his new squirrel friends. From that day on, Whiskers kept his treats safe. He also learned that making new friends could happen in unexpected places, and sharing and forgiving were important. If you like this video, please like and subscribe my channel.